Alright, look, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna talk about some stuff that's kind of hard to see, but like I've got to write out a few things. So I don't forget. Let's see. Gold Rush. And then we've got to draw like a timeline. So we're gonna put 1200 here. Alright. So this is just literally recently in like our timeline. And real quick, you see Taurus, Aries, Pisces, and Aquarius, which would be right here. Because this right here is a clock. This is where time comes from, right here. This does. Everything that you see comes from this. And what we have is this. Like a Red Bull, that's going to be Taurus. That represents the age of Taurus with the red sun disk. That has to do with Egypt. And then Aries is going to be the ram's horn, the hoo, whatever they do. I can't remember the name of it. And then we had, because we have to look at unseen stuff going on. So what we're doing is we're looking at ages, which would be a world. This is a world, this is a world, this is a world, this is a world. At the end of Matthew, Jesus says, I'll be with you until the end of Pisces. That's what he says. Till the end of the age, world, era. That's 2160 years. He even says, Jesus says, I want you to go down there and you're going to see a guy holding a pail of water. You're going to go into his house. We're going into the house of Aquarius that God made. In my house there are many mansions. Right there they are. But Saturn rules 1,000 years of Aquarius. Aries has to do with Mars. Mars is the god of war. Look. And it's a fire sign, you know. So, it's like my boy, he's Pisces. We're not blood, but we are. But Jupiter rules Pisces with Neptune. But Jupiter is Sagittarius, so that's me. So now we're in Aquarius, where Uranus will rule the last 1,000 years of this. And then within that, you have sub-rulers. You have a hierarchy of lights that rule that, just like the governments have a Supreme Court. They're wearing all black because it's Saturn. You know, I mean, I'm just speaking to those of y'all listening. Look, I've got to get this out of me, so if you're going to listen, you will. If you don't, you don't. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just trying to get your attention. Because for 1,200 years, what we know, if you're on board, what we know that's underneath our feet had been, you've got to understand something. See, the average person now on earth has no idea about shit. They don't even know anything. The only thing they know comes through this. All they have is man-made tones, sounds, and they follow that. That's it. They're not real in the head. They're an intellectual, materialistic, possessions, which they have. Possession alone is control. Black magic, sorcery. And they love it. And they tell you, State Farm, Farm Bureau, stock market, your animals, and you're fucking stupid. And you can't put that together. And this is This is what controls your flock. This is what's in y'all's brains. Not that up there, not anything else. It's this. You have been created with this. Nothing else. So I very seriously doubt you're not going to be able to put it together. You've been designed to do this. If you can't explain it, run from it. Just ignore it. You're a deity. Its name's Ahriman. And then Alkul, alcohol, Circe, which is the pills, Medea, which is the media. We can go on and on with these unseen beings that work. They're Luciferic. And those of y'all, I understand. But Lucifer was, Lucifer, we're not going to get into it. We're being neutral. I remember I said I don't give a fuck. We're going to talk about this. But like the land that we're at right now, I don't want to get into the whole world. This, as you know it. Mary, there it is in there. Mari, because it has to do with water. Mari is a water term. Maritime Admiralty Law. Mari, Mars, Ram, backwards. Yeah. See, you got to get to know this shit. So we're going to disregard the rest of the world that this unseen deity has just obliterated, melted, and covered up, and just started over and using us just like a fucking garden. Just forget about the rest of it, and let's go back probably a fucking long time before that when they was sitting around and conjuring all of this up. When everything that's covered up now is up and running. When something's like, we're going to fucking destroy all that one day. And the whole earth, the whole planisphere is covered with it. Every bit of it. This is the real Minecraft or whatever where you build it. This is where the whole idea comes from us. We built what's underneath us. So when you look at this gold rush, I'm going to try to give you because I was taking a nap earlier and I got a hardcore vision, not a vision, but a memory. Just a memory just threw at me from up there. Just inputted just like a computer. Because see, my mechanism is open for God to transplant and to input memory that is literally up there in the firmament with spirit and being souls. Here you go. This is what we saw. Bam! Same way you go to bed and have dreams about what you saw. Through man is the same way I have visions and all that other shit from spirits of the unseen that represent good, while you have satanic deities, script writers, putting in cartoons. I'm full of Satan, full of shit. Yep, go on. So, let's go back. Because remember, any life form that comes here and doesn't exert the energy that it was created to exert, it goes back to the other side with unspent energy. And then it fucks the whole unseen up. Now you got billions. Now we got billions of dummies just watching their bullshit. Uploading that garbage every day. Just sitting there sucking those chemicals down. It's crazy you go over with all the nonsense. You're just fucking... Hell is so big right now. And hell is trapped here. Some of y'all are like, what the fuck? Listen, when you go, you will see it. And we'll go reverse for 5 days in our whole life. Spirit and soul detaches, astral and ether body. We'll see a mosaic of our whole life. And you'll see what you inputted, your whole entire existence. You'll see how much of a waste. You'll understand the possessions that you had, this Ahrimanic nature in you. See, black magic is you create the goy to have all these addictions. So when we go across, see, we have to face those. Not these satanic structures. No, you don't do whatever you want. Praise Jesus. Don't listen to him. I would listen to me. Because you're going to suffer. That's what they want. And all of y'all are going over with all this unspent energy, ignorant, fucking lie about the world and truth of what it is. They've created you. You're the evidence to the dummies. This is you once again. Christians speak into... Religious people speak into these more than they speak to God. So who's their God? This is. Man, it's in here. It's up there. You're crazy. That's Satan. You're crazy. And for those of y'all that don't believe in it, it's real. Through satanic gematria. And I've said this years ago. They have to play fair, and they haven't been playing fair. Yeah, they let us know what's up, and they're cheating, but they're really fucking cheating now. Like I said, it's at this bitter end to where it can't take it, boy. And these dummies that you're creating to control us, they're blowing cover too, but it doesn't matter. So if we're looking at America, see, Maritime Admiralty Law, which represents commerce. See, this entity had already controlled the land as we know America from here to here. So what we know that is melted and destroyed, that was ours. They literally did this between 1200 and 1500. I think more the West, more than here, because as we can see, this was recently. So if we look towards 1200, so they're going to cut off all these maritime routes here to get this ready. You know, and they're going to destroy certain parts of this, what was here, and then cover it up with mud and all that other shit. And then they're going to create the Indian culture. They'll create it and plant them there on top of what was there. That's social engineering at its best. While this is going on, while this culture, and see all this structure in America here, just like everywhere, had gold and all this shit all over it for free power and everything. Huge fucking gold structure. And when you melt all of it and cover it up with mud, and then eventually bring in fucking pilgrims and settlers or whatever they're going to give you in their bullshit. Oh, look, it's a gold rush. Well, no shit. They already knew it. They blew it up, melted it, covered it up. And so we're going to create this monetary system where gold is used as materialism for Ahrimanic nature, instead of gold being used for power, free power. So that we can go back to there of the beginning stages of the Ahrimanic spirit, which is in everybody right now, that rules their thoughts, emotions, and everything through AI, through TV, news, gadgets, and everything, billboards, the constant sayings over and over. I trust Pfizer. I trust Pfizer. Yep, you're Ahriman. Right here, man. We can follow it back. We can prove that they covered it up. But you're so fucking ignorant. Your species of Goyism is so fucking ignorant that you will not listen. I got something very important going on in my life I'm trying to create. And instead of people being behind me, next to me, you would think, like, without a question, people would be like, man, you need some help? Or, you know, do you think you need X, Y, and Z? I'll help you do this. And fuck no. It's worse. Because you are doing something that they can't. And you're supposed to be a fuck up still in their eyes. He's not supposed to go nowhere, and it's a very disgusting, controlling, Ahrimanic, satanic fucking spirit. It controls everything. And when that controlling spirit can't control light, goddamn, they lose their fucking mind. And then it's why you exit out of this slave system. You got to play the game. Because this is the whole thing. This is where we go back. We can see them setting it up. And in the meantime, over here in Europe, over here, there's a spiritual wall around Europe with this fake Christianity being developed. While these Indians are growing into their bullshit. Here's this fucking culture they're creating. And eventually, once they get to here, the Columni family or the Columbians, Columbia, look. What is that? Moloch. It's in there. That's what we're saying. 2,000 years ago when they were throwing babies in goddamn statues of Moloch and Baal and shit. Babies just sacrificing. Well, now they're wearing scrubs. There ain't nothing changed. And the fucking goy are literally like, I got careers and all this. Doesn't matter if you're in the medical industry, you're involved with fucking satanic sacrifice on another level. They created a system to move all their little body parts, eyes everywhere because they're used in these fucking rituals. Literally satanic blood worship. Just go to satanic gematria and key that in. Satanic blood worship. And some other shit. It's all, I think it's 888. It's because if you Google Jesus and gematria, which it'll tell you too. Watch. I just got to throw it in because, see, all this, that 300 years was hexed and it was fucking cast spells on and gematria and numbers. It was implanted like War of the Worlds to where something was in the ground forever. Well, something was in the ground here after they had blown it up, melted it. So they came in, brought their fucking warlocks, and these the ones that you couldn't imagine, like their physical forms, not us. Because the ones that we've created now are the fucking dumbest, laziest. There's no muscles, nothing. And the children in school, bones are breaking, just fucking frail, white, pale, everything. You crazy! And it's an Ahrimanic dummy, fucking dummy that goes home to dummy Ahrimanic fucking dummies that just sit in there. You just can't see. If you can do an inventory of even where we're at now, of the past 30 or 40 years, you can see the fucking mass influx of bam, 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 bam. And the dummies consumed every bit of it, just like a bunch of fucking cockroaches. Or a bunch of fucking rats. See, and when you turn light on, light like this, they run from this, like cockroaches. And if they want to know what their afterlife's going to be like, just start studying worms. Folk tales and everything comes from fucking shit in the ground, plants and everything. Y'all have no idea. Cartoons, all that, superheroes, or the lights and this shit and all that. Oh yeah, you're not real. We can go back to here and they started building it. Back to here. So, while they're getting ready in sections here, because I'm pretty sure it was around 1500 when Martin Luther and the Reformation. All that right there had to do with the unseen. So these beams are on the other side fucking going crazy right here. And this event right here set it up down the road for the middle of the 1800s for the Battle of Michael and the Dragon. Google Disney Dragon movies. There you go. Look at all the fucking names of Mike in movies and commercials. Because it's fucking real. So you've got this conjuring shit right here. 350 years later, here comes the little Ahrimanic beings because they go by the will. They respect the will of God, will of fortune, but you're fucking dumb. And just like a combination lock at your school, where did that come from? It comes from this. So this unleashes the blood moon. Good God. Madonna, midnight hour, that's souls. You fucking don't know what you're saying to your soul and who you are on the inside. It's disgusting. It is fucking disgusting. You got to get into magic square numbers, the square of whatever, sun and all this shit. Look, I'll show you. This is not bad. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. There's it right there. Yeah, it's very easy. The magic square of the sun, SUN, would be 666. Then you get into the other ones, Venus and... Oh, see, you don't know. Hey, look at me. I'm a fucking dummy with a piece of paper and we're going to get mad because we're unleashed in this physical fucking form and we're going to fuck him up. You ain't going to get me. I have more power in me than all you fucking billions of little demons put together. And these fuckers know it now when they got that shit the first year into it. Listen, we've had very in-depth brainstorming sessions about that shit right there. And then you don't understand about the rings. And then in the song with fucking him saying, Cobain, can you hear me from spear to spear? What the fuck he telling you there too? Lord of the Rings, Saturn, you're gonna be trapped in some rings. Because you're fucking stupid. That's getting out of it. And now, I will never have something physical that they will allow out here that this mat needs to unlock the final fucking potential behind of all that. What's happening with me now? It will come to me without that. If you ever watch birds, you see how sharp their necks turn? You know what I mean? Pay attention to animal forms. They don't have TVs. Can I tell you something? We used to be that fucking observative. Our heads were fucking very. Listen, you have no idea what we used to look like. You're a product of fast food, chemical, everything. You're an harmonic dummy. Go and get the fuck out of here with your career piece of paper. Piece of shit. Occipital lobe and sensorium organ, everything developed inside like a fucking machine, and you won't even put it down. That's because that connection in here is to that shit, and whatever's in here goes into there, you fucking demon. God, I'm on fire. It's good to get this out. It's good to get this out. And then we're going to set it up. Here comes the Kalugna family. The Moloch family. The fucking Satanists. Whatever physical form was brought here through the unseen is what happened. You know, same thing in Australia. Then they get to setting it up. You know, from there until for 500 years, there's been more war in that amount of time than any time in the history. It's because of these fuckers. It's because of this little fucking shadow spirit that loves fucking everything up. And they rule the world. It's what they do. My slogan, if I ever had one and they released it, it would be, the truth is in the shadows. It's as easy as that. Because it's what they represent. It's the truth to them. But the thing is this thing could have just covered it up. Just fuck it. But since the unseen is not far away, then it starts to make sense why they're dismantling it. What you see out there in that tree form life and bushes and all that, like if you've seen a mountain shape, it'd look like a video game sort of on the other side. You wouldn't see the individuals. You'd see a pattern of one being, sort of. Even though several different spirits of beings control those life forms from God, it's one. So you would see one pattern. And since you never pay attention to that, think about how disgusting all that is. Think about a creator punishing you for never looking at anything other than what's in here. So when you create these fucking dumb goy, these dumb goys, it's like to where we're at with this. See, the black and white television, that's Saturn, the cube, it's Saturn. Saturn. So just go back and listen and watch the radio and the TV shows. It's not hard to see. It's fucking slave mind control. It's all it is. And those fucking, our own bloodlines grew into another generation. And then eventually here comes the cartoons with color. And then instead of us knowing the fucking colors that comes from the lights through all that shit out there and all that, you're giving, oh, look at me, I feel good colors. And then here we are, fast forward to this agenda. So now they're turning, this thing has created, it's unleashed all these harmonic beings that are fucking dumb. They're dumb. That's it. You're the evidence. You can't see it. Fuck you, eat a dick. I don't give a shit. And then you raise them with these colors. And then eventually you start fucking selling them in the Targets. Here you go, little children. Here, you've seen rainbows all live now or tail. Yeah, now go get what you want to be. It's a little harmonic being. Here, this is all they've got in school. School's nothing. Brain developed inside. You're fucking stupid. You can't even fucking put that together. And then you go to your fucking career in the medical industry, and then where are you at for fucking 14 hours a day inside? You don't even get no sleep. Your brain's fucked up anyways. They don't give a fuck about you. They got AI. They don't need you no more. CPAs, bye, see you later. I don't even need one. And you just pay for it through a fucking program. You see what I mean? They don't give a fuck. They create you and get rid of you whenever they want. And this is the last fucking time, though. You're on an end cap, guys. Yeah, you're on an end cap. Impulse sales, impulse buying, you're on an end cap. Impulses, right. You're not real. This is your impulse right here. Put it down and go fuck somewhere for a week. You can't do it. You're a piece of shit and you sit there, he ain't got Jesus. Fuck you, Armand. I'm trying to tell you, this is a very small example of how big the shit is. It's beyond this. And I'm just trying to make it easy for you. For you to see how like scripture is like real. But you don't know how to read it. You don't know how to read the logos and all these brands, the traders, marks. Members marks, Sam's. Everything you do is every fucking bit of it. We can write it out. Your birth certificate says commerce, and you're too fucking dumb to even say, let me try it. Oh, we've already said it. State Farm, Farm Bureau, Stock Market. Each state has a governor. Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and so on governs their orbit. They have shit ton of lights in their orbit. There's a shit ton of lights in each state. So that governor governs them just like this is governed. They copied this. All this is your government. There you go. We put it on our... It's that fucking easy. It's that easy. The judge wears the black robe. That's Saturn judging the Lord of the Rings. George judging. Saturn's the furthest out. Lord of the Rings, he's judging. The hammer's the hammer of fucking justice. The 12 jurors is the 12 constellations. So when you all rise, that's for Saturn. Traditional courtroom, 6 feet below the fucking judge. Because you're dead. You're in maritime law. You're on water. You're in the open seas. It's not hard to see. It's not hard to see. Women have the babies. They go to the doctor to give birth. The ships go to the dock to give birth to the cargo. Because the women have cargo. Waiting rooms, shipping yard. Taxed, documented, and here's the dumb women. He's crazy. Look, there's several women even that I know dearly. I said don't have no babies. And you know what all of them's done? They're so fucking stupid that all of them's pregnant or have been pregnant. They're stupid. They have no idea what's raising they're not raising them fucking babies. You think this is, what kind of fucking mom and dad says, here you go little baby, your government wants it though. We need them in everybody's hands because I'm Satan. Now what the fuck does anybody have to say to come at that? None of those fucking people on Truth Seeker channels are even talking about unseen spirit controlling us. Well, I shouldn't say none of them. None of them are talking about it. They're just going at how stupid they are. Fuck no, they're dumb because they're a being. Several beings controlled through the chemicals and all this other shit that gives them emotions and pictures and images. Since a child, start talking about that, the sensorium organ and occipital lobe and how the imagination grows with the cartoons. It's crazy my emotions come from Disney and I don't even know it. That's real psychology. Go eat it, fucking dick dummies. I gotta get something to eat. Just let me know. I'll follow up shortly with some more fire. Love you.